I have all this anger inside me, which I don't know where it's coming from or what am I supposed to do with it. But
Mm.
uh, despite my best effort, I don't know what the meaning of this anger is and what it's trying to teach me, or how am I supposed to, use use this anger and let it out in a healthy way.
So I think we need to understand what healed means. I think a lot of times people look and see someone on the other side of the camera and they see somebody who doesn't feel anything as a result of experiencing toxic relationships and trauma and narcissistic abuse. And that's the farthest thing from the truth. I'm here because I do feel it. Do you follow me? I'm here because
Yep.
when you experience things in life, you can't unexperience them. Whatever you see in life, you can't unsee. Whatever you hear in life, you can't unhear. These things don't just magically go away. See, that's another thing that we're angry at. We believe that after a certain period of time, when we experience something traumatic, that we should suddenly feel like, bright as sunshine. Worse than that, there's Christians out there that believe that you should just give everything to Jesus, lay it at the foot of the cross, and suddenly you're gonna feel like, bright. You're gonna feel like sunshine. It doesn't work like that.
Right. Yep.
It doesn't work like that. The truth of the matter is that I do hurt. I do have anger because of the trauma. The trauma is there. As a matter of fact, and I have a hard time with it myself. There's times where I have prayed, okay? And in my prayer, and by the way, sometimes when I say pray, it doesn't mean I'm walking around going, "Oh, Jesus, oh, Lord Jesus, hear me in my affliction." Oh, that's not what I mean. Sometimes I'm just walking, and in my mind, I'm praying. And just last month, I prayed in my mind. I was having a conversation in my mind saying, I wish I didn't have this pain. I wish I didn't feel any hurt from the trauma that I've seen in life. I wish I didn't have it. I wish I can go back in time and make sure that none of that stuff ever happened because it's hurtful. And in my mind, I heard a response back, and it said this: "Okay, Kevin, we can go back. We can go back in time, and we could take all that hurt away from you, but we'll take the royal we away as well." And I said, "Okay, all right, no. I get it. This exists. Who I am exists right now because of what happened. And pieces of what happened are forever lodged inside of me, in my heart, in my side. Like Paul said, there's a thorn in my flesh. But God said, my grace is sufficient for you." What does this mean? It means God says, you just keep doing what you're doing. That pain in your side is going to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do. So your anger, your frustration, allow it. In time, allow it to change you, allow it to transform you, and in time, allow it to show you a better version of yourself. It doesn't feel like a better version because parts of you are going to be changed. You're not going to be the same person that you used to be. Yeah, you're not going to be. People want to know, Kevin, when am I used to be this person, and I used to be able to walk up and hug and kiss on a stranger. And now I have no desire to do that. I miss that old person. Really? You miss the person who would go and hug and kiss up on a stranger? Maybe that's why you got your ass kicked in a toxic relationship.
Exactly. Yep.
So allow.
And I do have a follow-up question to this.
Sure.
And before I ask that, I do have a confession that as I was going through your, videos on Gabby Petito and the blind laundry situation,
yes,
I was essentially at a point where I was at Gabby's place, and I was like very much suicidal, and I'm making myself very vulnerable because that's the only way to, have my point across.
I respect that.
Is where I was gonna do the deed, and I honestly thank all my friends, especially my parents who were there with me, and who essentially just stopped me from doing that. And after being vulnerable with them, trying to just tell them what's on my mind and why am I at this point, going no contact was the only way was for me to survive and to take the shelter of the Lord completely and just trust in Him as to why he is allowing such circumstances to happen in the first place.
Yes.
And as the situation was so toxic and I was being gaslighted so much, I completely forgot what healthy relations or healthy communications feels like.
Right.
So if someone is communicating with me, so my question is, say if you and I are um, trying to like talk to each other and we are communicating in a way, how would I know the difference between healthy communication as opposed to a toxic narcissistic projection and not take it personally and, try to identify that this person is projecting on me as opposed to trying to tell me that, hey, this is where I'm screwing up and I need to improve on that, because that's the thing that's so fucked up that sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but
It's
that's
okay.
the thing that's been so screwed up that I'm trying to unlearn all these things, and thanks to various resources like Dr. Ramani and so many other
Mm.
psychologists who have amazing YouTube channel and resources for
Yeah.
survivors to heal and move and to understand all these terms. This
Right.
is where I don't really see a lot of resources trying to understand how it works. So,
Yeah, no, yeah, no, it's and you're right, Dr. Ramani and others out there, Richard Grannon, all fantastic people, all trying to do the same thing and help people heal. And your question is, it's a valid question. How do you tell the difference? Moving forward, how do you know when somebody is narcissistically being abusive, and how do you know when somebody is healthy in your life, especially? And I take it you're limiting down to when somebody has a critique of you, right? I
yep,
believe that you just know. I have had, obviously here I'm doing the channel. I have people in my life. Tanya, for example, is one of them. She's a moderator here, and she'll call me and she'll tell me what's up, and she'll tell me if something she feels should or shouldn't be doing. And you just know when somebody's talking in a way that is trying to help you, as opposed to something that's destructive. Somebody's not trying to help you. Somebody is just trying to one up you, or somebody is trying to demean you or devalue you. I think that it's easy to think that you don't know, you won't know the difference, but you will. You'll know the difference. You'll spot it out immediately. The question isn't what will you know the difference? The question is how will you respond to it, right? Obviously, if somebody is helping you in life, trying to give you some correction, then you'll receive it. You'll say, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll think about that." If somebody who is demeaning you and devaluing you, we oftentimes don't know how to respond. I mean, what do you say in that situation? I mean, do you?
yep.
So, and this is where we get stuck.
Like at this point, I'm like, did you just gaslight me into this?
Ex,
I'm out. I just have
yeah,
zero patience for this.
exactly. And that's exactly how you handle it. So I think in the past, we were stuck. We didn't know what to do. Someone walks by and makes some sarcastic comment to you. What do you do with that? Or somebody you love or a family member takes a dig, takes a jab at you. You're like, what do I do with that? How do I even respond? That was me. In the past, I didn't know how to respond. Now it's just, okay, all right, you want to play games? Look, I don't have to be here. I can leave. If that's what you want. You know what I mean? If you want to play games, take jabs,
Yep.
whatever, I can leave. And by doing that, we don't play. The goal is to not play. Narcissistic, abusive people who, by the way, are all over this world, right? You're going to come across these people and you'll know they'll just want to play games with you. It's up to you whether or not you want to play or you just want to leave. Don't give them the time of day. Personally, I found out that just turning my back on these people, not playing around, it works wonders. It really does. It gives these people no power, no leverage. A lot of them want you to respond. A lot of them have this idea of, I want the person to let me know how mean I am. It makes me feel good. I don't know, maybe it reminds them of growing up, being in a family where their parents told them how mean and horrible they were. So they want that. They want you to say that to them. So again, it's about how you respond. If someone's healthy and authentic, you respond in kind. If somebody is narcissistic and playing games and taking jabs at you, you walk away.
Mm-hmm.
You let them know without saying a word that they're not worth it, not worth your time.